You just get this thing to where it looks pretty good. How's that? I hope you're having a good season. I hope this holiday season, I mean, it is pretty good for you. It's still going. I just decided, I think I might have mentioned the other day, I decided I was going to just take off a few days. So I'm not doing mediations this week. I didn't do any, I'm not doing any on Monday. I go back to mediations on Thursday. So I took time off and hopefully that works. We have a visitor, which sometimes can be kind of a full-time job, but anyway, that's another story. So here we are with the reading for the 27th of December, 2024. I will get round to doing the 26th one. I apologize for being late, but for some of you who watch it anytime, really doesn't matter, does it? So, here we go. Gratitude in action. Yeah, this is one of my favorite subjects, gratitude. First quote is from Laila Gifty Akita. She's a Ghanaian, and she is the founder of Smart Youth Volunteers Foundation. And she studied, let me see, she studied renewable natural resources, and she also studied oceanography, all in Kenya. One was a bachelor's degree, and the other is a master of philosophy in oceanography. So she has pretty good credentials. God has blessed you, therefore let your gratitude be good living for God's glory. And Ernest Holmes in Ideas for Living, he says, real giving is the givingness of the self. A kind word, a thoughtful act, perhaps just a smile can lighten the burdens of others. And that's from Ideas for Living on page 55. And I think that's really important. Sometimes we think of giving is giving like money. You know, the Salvation Army's there, Christmas time, you give them money, that's okay. And people stand at the street corners, they need money. And various charities are always sending you stuff in the mail. That's good as well. But I think the emphasis today is actually on being kind to people. So anyway, just listen. I often struggle, says Reverend Kris, to maintain a gratitude practice, finding it hard to genuinely feel thankful during my nightly reflections. I know, clutch the pearls. A minister admitting she doesn't spend every night in rapturous thanksgiving for every moment of the day. Lying in bed, however, I mostly feel sleepy rather than grateful. A recent conversation with a fellow minister, however, offered a fresh perspective. Gratitude works best when paired with action. It's not just about listing what we're thankful for, but also using that gratitude to guide our actions. Inspired by this insight, I revamped my gratitude practice. And this is I think it's good advice here. Instead of merely listing things I'm grateful for, I now ask myself 4 questions. Number 1, who or what inspired me today? Number 2, who or what brought me comfort today? Number 3, who or what brought me joy today? Number 4, what action does my gratitude inspire? She goes on to say, gratitude is more than a nightly ritual. It's a guide for purposeful action. As we reflect on what we're thankful for, let's also consider how our gratitude can drive us to make a positive impact. In doing so, we become part of the reciprocal nature of gratitude, both giving and receiving in every moment. I guess I am a gratitude practicing gal after all. Will you join me in this more intentional approach to gratitude? So, what do you think? I think those 4 questions are pretty good. If you can't remember, I should have really written it down, but I didn't. So it's probably who or what inspired me today, who or what brought me comfort today, who or what brought me joy today, and what action does my gratitude inspire? I think that's pretty good. As far as the nightly ritual is concerned, no, I try and be grateful for what's going on. My wife, as some of you know, has got that. I don't know if it's a wonderful phrase, but it's a phrase where she says, "Thank you very much. I have no complaints whatsoever," which is kind of another way of expressing gratitude. I'm grateful for the good in my life. That's the one that I use when I've got this mind chatter and I want to get rid of it, or I'm waking up during the night with mind chatter, and I just say, "I'm grateful for the good in my life. I'm grateful for the good in my life. I'm grateful for the good in my life." It seems to work for me. So, pretty short reading tonight because I think it's kind of self explanatory. The affirmation: I transform my gratitude into purposeful action, enriching my life and the lives of others. I transform my gratitude into purposeful action, enriching my life and the life of others. So, hey, what more do I need to say? I think it's good enough. So, there you are. That's the reading for today. Reverend Lisa, as I always mention, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:15. I'm sure she, at some stage in the proceedings tomorrow, she will mention self-care, which is another form of gratitude. When we're expressing self-care, we're expressing gratitude for the fact that we have a body, we have life. So if you're grateful for nothing else, be grateful for the fact that you're alive. And sometimes when life's really a burden, that's about all you can be grateful for. So I think it's really important to express gratitude because it always comes back. It's reciprocal, I mentioned. So until next time, namaste.